The world of aviation has gone through many changes over the years. Now, with the advancement of different types of energy, planes are even beginning to run on different types of fuel. 1011's Christy Bett joins us now with more on how one man is taking to the skies powered in a whole new way. Christy?
That's right, David. We're here at Duncan Aviation at the Lincoln Airport, and there's a special event coming up this weekend at the Offutt Air Force Base. There's the Freedom Fighters Air Show, and here with me is Greg Poe, the pilot of a very special aircraft, right, Greg?
Well, it is very special because the airplane behind us, the Fagan MX2, is the only unlimited aerobatic airplane in the world that's powered using ethanol fuel. And of course, we all know ethanol is made out of corn and grown right here.
Wow. Grown in the United States, right?
Grown in the United States and, of course, particularly in the Midwest. But it's a renewable resource. I mean, that's the value in using ethanol in any kind of engines. We're able to renew it and cut down on our dependence on foreign oil. So it's pretty important fuel to be using.
Now, this is the only aircraft of its kind in the entire world. Can you tell us about how it works?
Well, this airplane is specifically designed and built to do air show flying. That means it's an airplane for me to get in and show off. It does lots of very aggressive aerobatic maneuvers. It goes straight up. It hovers like a helicopter. It tumbles nose over tail. And the whole idea is excitement. And that allows us to go all over the country, demonstrate this airplane, and show people the value of renewable fuels like ethanol.
Do you think this is something that is part of our future with flying?
Well, I hope so. I think more so, obviously, with automobiles. That's where the majority of fuel is consumed, is through cars. But we're seeing more airplanes starting to use that. The military is beginning a push to look at alternative fuels, and ethanol is one of those. So I think it's in the future, yes.
Is it something that you think commercial airplanes could move into?
I don't know. I think it could eventually, but I think that's down the road a while. You know, that's like a very big ship to turn around. It's just the infrastructure is in place for the kinds of fuels that exist now, fossil-burning fuels, and it takes a long time to change that structure to support something else. But it is a beginning.
All right. Well, we have a very special treat today. We're actually going to get to go up into the plane later on, but we have a lot more to learn about this aircraft and the air show coming up this weekend. David, we have so much more. Stay with us, and we'll talk to you again in just a few minutes.
All right. Thank you very much, Christy. Offutt Air Force Base, Defenders of Freedom Air Show is coming up this weekend, and today we get an inside look at one of the aircraft that will be showcased. 1011's Christy Bett is live at Duncan Aviation in Lincoln Airport with a very special plane and pilot. Christy?
That's right, David. We're here at Duncan Aviation, and I'm with Greg Poe, a very special pilot of this plane, the Fagan MX2. Greg, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, why is this plane so special? What makes it different?
Well, the most unique thing about this airplane is the fuel source. It's powered with ethanol fuel. That's 190 proof alcohol made from corn that's grown right in this area.
Now, to be the only pilot flying a plane, this plane powered by ethanol, you have to have a lot of experience. Can you tell us how you got here?
Oh boy. You know, I'm what I call one of the fortunate few, in that I started flying as a teenager, and that was a dream since being a boy. And since then, I have done things like I have flown with the Blue Angels during an air show. Wow. I've been at the controls of a World War II B-17 bomber. I've taken float planes on amphibious float planes into the backcountry in Idaho. Literally have flown my airplane down to South America, as far north as Alaska. I mean, it's really a dream come true. I still pinch myself.
Now, I've heard you won some contests. Can you tell us about those?
Well, we've had several made-for-television type competitions, a couple of world competitions. And in 1999, I placed second in the World Freestyle Sport Flying Championships, which was broadcast on ESPN. It was held in California. And that was really kind of the pinnacle, because I competed against some of the very best in the world, my peers, the guys who I've looked up to for so many years, and it was very gratifying to do that well.
Now, you're going to be at the Offutt Air Force Base Defenders of Freedom Air Show this weekend. What are you going to be doing there?
Well, I'm going to do there what I get to do about 22 other times this year. That is, go to major air show events from coast to coast and demonstrate what the Fagan MX2 airplane will do when it's powered with ethanol fuel. Show people how fast it goes, but how aggressive it is. You know, these really aggressive tumbling maneuvers that look like they're out of control. And it really is a flight demonstration, and that's my job. I'm this 55-year-old little boy that gets to take these planes around and show them off to people and play all over the country. So that's what I'm going to do.
All right. Well, it certainly sounds like a lot of fun, and if you want to see for yourself, you can go this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and David will have more coming up in just a little bit.
All right. Thank you very much, Christy.
And we're here at Duncan Aviation where we're taking a very close look at the Fagan MX2 aircraft powered by ethanol fuel.
The world of aviation has gone through many changes over the years. Now with the advancement of different types of energy, planes are even beginning to run on different types of fuels. Teleman Christy Bett joins us now live this morning on how one man is taking to the skies powered in a whole new way. Christy?
That's right, David. I'm here at Duncan Aviation at the Lincoln Airport with Greg Poe, the pilot of this amazing plane behind us here, the only one of its kind in the world. Greg, thanks for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome. It's a pleasure to be here.
Can you tell us about this plane? Why is it so different?
It's different because of the power source. It uses ethanol fuel. And as we all know, ethanol is made from corn, which is grown right here in the United States. That makes it a renewable resource. After you process the corn into ethanol, you grow another crop and you do it again.
And this is the only acrobatic plane fueled by ethanol, is that correct?
Right.
How does that make it so different when you're flying it? Do you actually like it better or worse?
I like it better. I've been using ethanol fuel in this airplane for 3 years now. I get more horsepower, my engine runs cooler, and that's important when you have these really high performance engines. So given the choice, I can tell the difference between the two fuels, and I run ethanol every chance I can.
Okay, now you're going to be demonstrating how the plane works this weekend at the Offutt Air Force Base Defenders of Freedom Air Show.
Right.
But you also have another cause that's close to your heart. Can you tell us about that?
Right, there's a program I have called Elevate Your Life, and I started that a few years ago after losing my son to drug abuse. And the whole idea behind the program is that we do these air shows all over the country, so we go into communities early, go to schools or youth groups, and give a presentation and talk to young people. And the whole idea is this is not an anti-drug program. This is a Follow Your Dreams program. And I use myself as an example as a young person in Idaho who dreamed of doing something, of going places, and I pursued that dream, and now I get to live the most incredible life that you can imagine. And I really, my goal, my dream, is to encourage young people to believe in themselves and to realize that they can do the same thing with their lives if they just apply themselves, get passionate, get that fire in the belly, you know, that they can make a very rewarding and wonderful life.
All right, so one lucky Lincoln kid might get to ride in this plane this weekend?
Usually when we go into community, there's a young person that gets to go, and that has been an amazing experience. We've taken kids who have never been in airplanes in their lives, and we have a 4-camera video system on the plane, so the whole thing is recorded, and you ought to see the look on their face and the yahoos and the whoopies, and I mean, it's a great experience for them.
All right, Greg, thanks for being here, and we have more coming up. If you want to see for yourself, you can head out to the Offutt Air Force Base this weekend for the Defenders of Freedom Air Show. David, back to you.
And Christy, I think all of us in the studio have our hands up saying, pick me, pick me. It looks like a lot of fun out there.
It is. It's exciting.
All right, thank you, Christy. The Offutt Air Force Base Defenders of Freedom Air Show is this weekend, and today we get an inside look at one of the very special aircraft that will be showcased. Teleman's Christy Bett is live at Duncan Aviation at the Lincoln Airport with a very special pilot. Christy?
That's right, David. We're here at Duncan Aviation at the Lincoln Airport, and we're sitting on the wing of a very special aircraft here, the Fagan MX2, and with me is pilot Greg Poe. Greg, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. Pleasure to be here.
What is it exactly that we're sitting on here?
We're on the wing of one of the most advanced, latest iteration in aerobatic airshow airplanes in the world, the Fagan MX2. We're able to sit on this wing because it's made out of carbon fiber, space-age material, really strong.
All right, now you're going to be demonstrating exactly how this plane works this weekend at the Offutt Air Force Base Defenders of Freedom Air Show. But today, if the weather holds up, we might go on a ride ourselves.
If we can get away with it, you and I are going to go fly. And the kind of ride that I want to give to you is what we would call a fun ride. We're going to strap you in the front seat of this airplane and really strap you down well, do some loops, some rolls, fly upside down, and this is one of those just giggle, have the time of your lives kind of flight. It's a lot of fun. It's a little different than the kind of flight I'll do in the air show, which is extremely aggressive. Light your hair on fire, in your face, hardcore aerobatic flying, where I'll pull 10 Gs. That's 10 times our normal body weight would be put on me during that kind of a performance. And so it's a little different than what I'm going to put you through.
Now you do some pretty crazy tricks. I understand that you have to work out a lot and prepare for this constantly, right?
Sure. Yeah, this is like any other athletic event, really. You have to maintain a tolerance for this. Our bodies are not accustomed to pulling those kinds of Gs. We're not made that way. But you can, over a period of time, you can train your body to take that. 10 times, if I weigh 200 pounds, 10 Gs on me means I'm going to weigh 2,000 pounds. 1 ton for a couple of seconds during that portion of the show. So it's cardio, it's weightlifting, it's eating right, it's doing all those things, because when you're in the cockpit and when you see the video inside a cockpit of this kind of a flight, it's yank and bank and push and grunt and, you know, and really just bear down hard so your body can withstand all of those forces.
Wow, well, a lot more goes into this than I think a lot of people realize. And it's exciting that you're going to be out at the Offutt Air Force Base this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. People can come out there and join you, right?
Absolutely. This is our third time back at the Offutt show. And if people want to see the Blue Angels and my buddies John Klett and Tim Weber and some really world-class airshow pilots, come to the show. It's as good as it gets.
All right, David, there you have it. One of the pilots here with us of the Fagan MX-2 aircraft, the only kind in the world powered by ethanol. And you can see it this weekend at the Offutt Air Force Base Defenders of Freedom Air Show. Back to you.
Looks like a lot of fun out there. Thank you so much, Christy.